Realtor.org coming to you live once again from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. I'm standing here on the seawall on Front Street on the west side of Maui for your Maui fix. This is literally the first time I have enjoyed a sunset on Front Street in Lahaina since 2023. So, yeah, it's weird to think back on those days because if you remember, it brought you and I so much joy just to cruise up and down this street on a one wheel and look at the people and hang out with fish, smell the restaurants and everything, just. So here I am, and we're gonna do a little Maui fix. We're gonna do a little live right here. And I will admit, I am just feeling pretty off mentally, emotionally, but I'm just gonna do it anyway because I think that's part of the it's part of the process, I guess. So let me just show you where I'm at so you get a sense. And you're gonna see some differences here. I just noticed now for the first time that I haven't noticed since I just got here for the first time in this mode, if you will. So where am I standing? This actually is a home that survived the fire, which is nice. One of the reasons I started the live right here is this feels kind of normal-ish. And of course, you've got the beautiful West Maui Mountains popping in the background there. We have the Lahaina Luna L right there. Go Lunas forever. I got the smokestack right over there to the right. And a beautiful, beautiful, I love when the West Mauis are shrouded in a little bit of clouds and a little bit of rainbow. No rainbows yet, probably not gonna happen today, but just the sun as it hits the West Mauis to me is pretty cool. And then right here would have been the end of sort of official Front Street businesses. Of course, you've got Mala and all that stuff down on the very, very north end. But this would have been right where, remember the pizza place was? They shut down, I think, right before the fire. But this would have been where the outlet malls were, right there. This is this whole gravel area is the outlet malls, and then Tommy Bahama's would have been right there on that corner. Right there. So just to give you a sense of where I'm at. And this was one of my favorite places to do a live because if you remember, and this is what I just realized is missing, if I step off the wall, if I look back this way, do you guys remember that wasn't there 4 or 5 palm trees that were right here? Do you remember that? And that was one of my most favorite shots from Front Street is you would see those 5 palm trees. I mean, these aren't the palm trees here, are they? They weren't growing out of the wall, were they? I don't think they were. But maybe they were, I don't even know. I just know that there was like these beautiful 5 palm trees and it made for the most beautiful sunset picture, the silhouette. You can see over here, you've got some, I believe it's gonna be some homeowners that are on their oceanfront lot, taking in the sunset. And of course, beyond that is Baby Beach is what you're looking at right there. And of course, the lonely Front Street. Just the lonely Front Street. And Front Street Apartments would have been where Blind Daniel would have lived is right there, Front Street Apartments, and of course Kahoma Village. So this video, of course, is dedicated to Blind Daniel. So if you haven't been to helpdaniel.org, would be fantastic if you could help Daniel. He's a fire survivor and he's totally blind, and his FEMA housing is potentially coming to an end. And we don't want that to happen. So those funds would make a huge difference. So what we're looking at right here would be Bubba Gumps, right there. Right there is where Bubba Gumps was. That first, right where that seawall cuts in right there, that was Bubba Gumps. And of course beyond there that's Fleetwood. So on the north end of Front Street, obviously, there's Fleetwood, the restaurant. And then Lahaina Shores, you can see down there, right by the harbor. And you can see the lighthouse right there. So hopefully you're orientated now as to where I'm at. I find it interesting sometimes, times like this, just to you just kind of like look around. Are you like me at all when you walk? You just kind of look around at stuff. You kind of don't know what you're gonna see or what you're gonna find, but it's just so interesting to me to think about the things that could be inside of these rocks, you know, and like this little pile of stuff, like where'd that come from? But you just think about, you know, after this tragedy, matter of fact, there's another one of those palm trees, right? And this obviously, you know, this part of Front Street right here this was the most dramatic area right here, right? This is where all those cars were piled up and the blue car. So this is where the dog was in the middle of the street right here. So this was a really iconic, not iconic, but you know, this was like what kind of made the news. And I think this is where a lot of the people had to actually jump into the ocean right here, because this is where they kind of got stymied and had to jump into the ocean for their lives right here on these rocks. So I don't know about you, but I like walk around and just check them out, brah. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but it's just like there's something about the ocean where it meets the land, like a bottle, right? A message in a bottle. Maybe we're all looking for that message in a bottle, looking for some meaning, looking for some kind of connection to somebody somewhere out there. I often wondered what this anchor is doing here. Big old giant anchor. I can't imagine that was on that property, but maybe it was. But was that like shipwrecked over the edge of the rock wall? I don't know. But you know, maybe a good approach to this is just to let you guys enjoy the beautiful sunset here on Maui. And just reminisce on memories that you might have from this island, from this spot. Of course, right across there we have the island of Lanai. Down there, Ko'olave. And you can see the top of Molokai, right? See the top of Molokai right there, off in the distance. Hello. So in the comments, I'd be curious, like, what kind of thoughts and emotions come to your mind as you look at the sunset from this spot? Like, it's so strange. You just come down here and you just, I don't know, it just sucks the life out of you for some reason, you know? Right across here, just to give you a sense where we're at again, is the Lahaina United Methodist Church. Much aloha to the pastor there. You guys, the most aloha infused audience, we directed $200,000 to help rebuild and support that church. A wonderful pastor there. Yeah, we've got a new listing on Front Street, actually, just right down here. And we're just doing some staging, and I just decided to take a little break and just was drawn to the ocean. I was just thinking to myself, you know what? In the olden days, you know, we would have gotten done staging and working. You know, it's Aloha Friday and long work week and tough real estate market right now, you know. So it's just like, how fun would it be just to go down to Chemo's or just walk Front Street? You don't have to even go to a restaurant. You could just walk up and down Front Street and feel the vibe, smell the tourist Ono grinds, the cologne, the perfume, the birthdays, the anniversaries, that we just got here or we're leaving tomorrow vibe. You know what I mean? It's just all there, man. It's one of the reasons I love living on Maui, to tell you the truth, is like there's nothing better than people on vacation. Like they're having a great time, they're in a good mood, they're living their best life, they're making memories. It's a cool vibe to be around. Compare that to like, you know, sitting on a freeway going to work on a Monday morning, that vibe, right? It's a totally different vibe. It's the complete polar opposite, man. I remember when I used to sit in the cheeseburger in paradise, and I would look out at lunch and I would see the sun just glistening down off the water. And I was like, man, this is a cool place to be right now. This is a cool place to be grinding a cheeseburger. Because it's a cheeseburger in paradise, right? I mean, Jimmy Buffett, what a name, dude. I think they battled over that name. I think they had to pay him some money. I don't know how it all worked out, but you just felt cool. Like I'm in Maui and you're not. You know what I mean? It's like send your buddy a picture of you eating a burger at Cheeseburger in Paradise with the ocean in the background. It's like, yeah, how's your work day now, dude? Huh? It's like when you first move here, all you do is send people pictures of sunsets and turtles and sand and toes, and you just torture them. And then after a while, you have mercy on them. You just stop. You're like, you know what? They've had enough. They're not coming. That's okay. But we don't want to torture them anymore. So now I just torture the world with the Maui fix. You see, this is an elaboration of what I used to do to my friends and family. Now I just do it on my YouTube channel. See, to prove to you this wasn't a planned live, I don't even have my gimbal, so you kind of got the shake, little handshake, no microphone. I got like 8% of battery on my phone right now. This is as impromptu as it gets, man. But I just felt like it was necessary, because there's still beauty and hope down here on Front Street, man. It's got to be, right? And these poor people that own these beautiful oceanfront homes, these beautiful oceanfront lots right here, and they're not allowed to rebuild them. Could you imagine? Imagine you just dropped, half of your retirement to have a $5 or $6 or $10 million home right here, and now you just have some dirt, and the government is like, can you believe it? And the local paid-for activists are like, you can't have a pool. Pool is like super bad. It's like, really? I think the grass takes more water than the pool, bro. And then also, let's not forget, Mauna Kahalabai, West Maui Mountains, second rainiest spot on Earth, used to irrigate billions of gallons of water for sugar cane and pineapple that they're not doing anymore. But billions of gallons are still flowing through the canals, through the mountains, getting dropped. How can I prove it? Want me to prove it? Look, see those clouds up there? Guarantee they're dropping rain somewhere right now. So the whole water shortage thing, wow. Even the whole apartment zone ban thing, all that is the hotels scrapping for more of their own market share. That's all it is, man. Because an apartment zone condo here will never be affordable for the local housing, ever. Tack on your HOA fees, your taxes, all your carrying costs, and then the price. Even if the price dropped in half, it still wouldn't be an affordable one bedroom without any storage. It's just so stupid. But the lies are continuously told, and the unwitting, unknowing, ignoramus folks lap it up sometimes, but a lot of us know what's going on. It's big fish trying to eat the little fish. That's all it is, man. It's been happening for a millennium, and it's happening here right now. We all know what's going on. The question is how do we stop it? Well, it's a beautiful Aloha Friday here on Maui. I hope you have enjoyed this little sunset right here from Front Street with my one other visitor with her pooch. That's all we got. There's no crowds anymore. Everybody's gone. It's wild, huh? right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me on that live. The sunset was epic as always. Beautiful, salt air, perfectly warm, perfectly temperate. Of course, it was hot in Lahaina today. Don't get me wrong. They don't call it the cruel sun for no reason. It's a hot place, man, because it's all the action right here, man. Lahaina, the heart and soul of Hawaii, the kingdom. And the good news is we're all residents of Earth. We're all citizens of the United States, and we can all show each other that aloha. So thank you so much for being the most aloha-infused audience on planet Earth. Thank you for thumbing up the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And please come back again for another Maui Fix. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I can promise you one thing, it'll be from what I consider to be the most beautiful place on planet Earth. Still, even after all this, the best lifestyle I think you can find. And definitely a place where you can help, Daniel.org. So thank you, Daniel, for being the most amazing fire survivor I ever met. I'm sorry that you lost your sight and you're completely blind, brother, but you know what? Sometimes the blind see more than the people that have eyes, and you're one of those guys. So I thank you for being that savant, that amazing, wise person. And your cross is heavy, and I hope to lighten it. And I hope the people from this channel will help lighten it with a trip to helpdaniel.org. $5, $7, $100, put it on the recurring. And sorry, no microphone. Sorry if the wind is blowing. It's all of a sudden we have a breeze in Lahaina. Something's going on, man. The breeze is kicking in. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling better. My spirits are up a little bit. I have no idea why, because I get so depressed when I come here. I'll be honest with you. I'm working on it. But hopefully you guys will help me get through it too. So until next time, Maui Dan, love you, brother. Until next time, Eric West out. Yes, sir.